Crunchyroll just got hacked, and if you have a Crunchyroll account, yeah, your data is probably out there. Here's what happened. On March 12th, a threat actor got into Crunchyroll's environment through a supply chain attack. Not through Crunchyroll itself, but through an employee at TLS, their outsourcing partner, who happened to have malware on their machine. The attacker used it as a backdoor straight into Crunchyroll systems. Before anyone noticed, 100 gigabytes of user data just walked out the door. Emails, passwords, and credit card information. And here's the part that should really bother you, okay? Crunchyroll didn't detect this for 24 hours. This here, folks, is a supply chain attack, one of the most dangerous and underreported attack vectors in cybersecurity. You can do everything right within your own security program, but if a vendor's employee has malware on their laptop, well, you still end up compromised. Yeah, Crunchyroll has 100 million registered users, folks. So if you have an account, you really ought to consider changing your passwords right now. Remember, use a unique, complex, and, well, frequently changing password, okay? And also, check your credit card statements. Your identity starts with your credentials, and right now, Crunchyrolls are for sale. Moving on to our next story today. H&R Block just got caught installing a backdoor on your computer during tax season. Yeah, when most of your financial data is on your machine. A security researcher discovered that H&R Block Business 2025 secretly installs a root certificate authority on your Windows machine. And here's why this matters, okay? A root certificate is a master key for HTTPS encryption. When your browser shows that little padlock, that's TLS encryption protecting your data. A trusted root certificate, well, can basically override all that. It can make your computer trust fake encrypted connections. It could also intercept traffic that should be private. Now, H&R Block installed one. It expires in 2049, and it has no H&R Block branding. It's disguised as something called WK ATX ServerHost 2024, and they bundled the private key to this certificate inside the software itself, meaning anyone who extracts it can use it to intercept your traffic. Yeah, the researcher proved this works. He used it to run a man-in-the-middle style attack on a fresh virtual machine on the same network. And when you uninstall H&R Block, the certificate stays. Yeah, now think about what you're doing when you file your taxes, folks. Your social security number, your bank account numbers, your income, all of it flowing through a machine with a backdoor certificate that anyone can weaponize. Yeah, you can check if you're affected at hrbackdoor.yifanlu.com. All right, last story of the day. The FBI seized Iran's hacker website on Thursday, but by Friday, it was back. The DOJ took down 4 domains belonging to the Handala hack team, the same hacking group that just hit Stryker. That's the same one that the FBI just warned us was using Telegram for malware attacks, okay? The seizure here was totally official, and the domains were gone, but 24 hours later, Handala posted on their restored website, quote, "desperate attempts by the United States and its allies to silence the voice of Handala." Now, here's what this tells us about the state of cyber warfare. Domain seizures are, well, they're speed bumps. Security experts put it plainly that Handala alone has had tens of Telegram channels, X accounts, and domains taken down, okay? It's never really slowed them down significantly. They just rebuild. And the DOJ's own filing confirmed what security researchers have said for months. Handala isn't just a hacktivist group. It's actually more of a psychological operations unit operating directly under Iran's intelligence ministry. Yeah, this isn't anonymous kids in a basement or anything. No, this is nation-state government paycheck stuff running global influence and hacking operations. And a seized domain is about as much of a setback as changing your Wi-Fi password, okay? Cyber sovereignty doesn't really work the same way that physical sovereignty does. That's just the unfortunate and uncomfortable truth. So that's it for today's stories. This is Andy Thompson signing off.